So today on the Upcycled Cloth Collective, a lady asked a question about what to do if you've kind of becoming menopausal and getting kind of wider in the girth. I think it's quite common for us ladies when we get to that stage in our lives that suddenly all those beautiful vests and things that we used to like wearing that were body hugging now suddenly become shorter. And there's this kind of a roll that sticks out underneath the edges of the garments. I know that certainly happened to me. I don't know about you, but that's certainly been the case for me. So this garment that we're looking at here, well, these two garments were actually two of my favorites from my slimmer days, particularly this knit top here. I always felt very smart in it, and I wore it quite a lot in kind of corporate settings. It used to do very, very well for me. The other top was a white vest that I purchased at one of our ready-made stores. I think this one was around 2004. And during that time, I was tie-dyeing for a living. I was manufacturing and teaching full-time. And so I would often buy white blanks that I would then tie-dye so that I could show off what I was doing to people so that they could see what I was making. So this was one of those garments that I'd made, and I wore many, many times as a teacher. So I was very fond of it. I remember I was quite disappointed in the garment when I first bought it, because straight away when I got it home and I dyed it, it became short and wide. It had a lovely shape when I brought it home from the store, and then after the first wash it just became this short wide thing. And then over time I was quite pleased that it had become so wide, because then it fitted me for longer as my body changed and I aged. So this top's been with me for quite a while, and because I have done so much teaching in it, I feel very, very sentimental about it also, and I didn't want to throw it away. So then I saw an opportunity to put the two tops together, because of course the color is such a delicious match. And now I know this garment looks a little bit odd just on the table, but on the body it actually works quite well, because it looks as though it's actually me wearing the short top over the longer one. You'll see how I've attached the two here, so that when that flips down, it looks as though I'm wearing the top shirt over the bottom one, and that this shirt continues all the way up. You don't realize it at a glance that it's actually been put on as an extension. And this then allowed me to get the extra length that I need to cover all the bits that stick out and that are unsightly, and also the bits that get cold. I find this part here is lovely for covering the hip and bum area that I find gets very, very cold in winter. Then, as I mentioned, this top got wider, so I actually had to cut it narrower in order to get it to match the other one. So I did actually cut the side seams and redo them. And as you can see, in spite of the fact that I straightened this top out, when I did that little repair, it still seems to have gone wide again at the bottom. This fabric really doesn't have a lot of its own integrity, if I can put it that way. It flops around and does all sorts of things over time. But I'm still very fond of it, and it breathes when I wear it, so I quite like wearing it. Then on the inside here, you can see how I have used some of the scraps that I cut off from this top. So the pieces that I cut off the sides, I've then used to make these little patches.